Okay, next thing, Bass Actor says, like a lot of the complaints about that one Kingdom Hearts boss with a similar problem. Bass Actor says, just mentally put the Mr. Krabs box down.
I
And
mean,
Bass Actor also
yeah.
says, those death noises are concerning. Yeah, no, it did seem a little ridiculous when I did it. Like, you know, it did seem like one of those segments you're supposed to lose. I feel like Square kind of likes those. Because like he mentioned, there is that one boss in Kingdom Hearts where you're technically supposed to lose, but you can beat it, and you get some decent stuff for doing it. You get a lot of XP on this, what I remember.
Yeah.
But they do seem to like doing that. I don't know if there was anything like that in 7 that we've been playing so far. I don't quite remember, because 7's been kind of disjointed me playing it, because it's been quite a few months since I started it.
But with what? With like long
Or
cutscenes?
Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah, but like with what? In relation to what?
If there's a fight similar to that where you're like supposed to lose, but if you keep fighting, you can win.
I don't believe so. I don't think it has an equivalent. But that would be pretty cool if so.
Yeah, I was to say, I don't remember anything like that. The closest I did is with that giant snake, but it has a move that just, I think, just caused my party members to be kicked out of battle after I got to a certain health, so I couldn't actually beat it.
Yeah. Okay. I don't like this anymore.
Yeah, I thought he'd wait till all the guys are dead, but I guess because you got him second phase without killing the little frog dudes, he doesn't realize the frog dudes are still there.
Okay.
Okay. Now you got 1-on-1.
Yeah, now, but this is where we split, though. Okay, wait a minute. What's he doing? Wait, what's he doing?
What is he doing?
What the fuck?
Okay.
I guess because I
That's
killed the
weird.
frogs for the phase. So technically, he was going through the phase again.
I suppose.
Okay, what the hell are you doing now? Do you have more? You gonna summon more? What's he doing, Megan?
I am not sure. I don't remember him ever doing that. Like, I suppose it's possible that because, you know, you're doing a little chip damage here and there, maybe he's getting confused because he went through 2 phases, like, really quickly.
Maybe. Thanks, Sandmouse.
Yeah, Sanmos helped you cheat this fight. Oh, he's getting scared again.
He is. I'm sorry if I'm like super quiet, by the way, Megan. I'm just really scared because if I fuck up, it's over.
No, it's okay. I don't blame you.
There you go. All right, nice.
Yes, nice job.
Thank you. Thank you.
So Bass Awkward says... Actually, Claude says, those long neck guys are cheap. They are. They're kind of a pain in the butt. I hate those enemies.
They are. I hate every enemy in this game.
Oh.
Okay, it's not true. I hate the frogs. I hate, what else do I hate? I hate the frogs. I hate
What
those
about the
other...
sand sharks?
Yeah, the sand sharks seemed okay. I hated those little robots in one area. Do this just
like
for
the
fun.
electric ones?
Were they electric? Maybe? I'm not sure. The
Well,
one where I had to jump into the
had,
volcano.
like, the long arms, and if you got close to them, they shocked you.
Those ones are okay. Well, I don't know. I'm talking about the ones where, like, when we drop into the hole, into that, like, volcano area with the lava and the magma.
Oh, yeah, okay, those guys. The ones that flip around and shoot?
No, the small guys. They might be the ones with the electric shock.
Oh, you're talking about, like, the little bomb dudes, the black bomb guys.
No. Those guys are also annoying, but no.
Okay, well, I'm not sure which one you're talking about then, but that's fine, no big deal.
Oh yeah, hold up. I'm not gonna like, fuck. What's the name of the planet?
I mean, I can try and find it.
Yeah, but
You,
I mean,
you can go ahead, because I don't want you to see spoilers by accident.
I mean that is true, but the thing is, like, you're probably not gonna know what I'm trying to talk about, though.
Well, I mean, if I see it, I might be able to figure it out.
Then you'll be like, oh, it's the dingle bars or something. I'll be like, I don't know what the hell they're called. I only know what they look like, you know? I maxed out on these. Okay.
Oh, that's a nice one.
I mean, even if I don't like intentional losing battles, did you say this one? Yeah, I think you did. But intentional losing battles in some games from Bass Backwards.
No, I started reading that one and then I realized Claus said something, so I haven't read that one by Bass Backwards.
Oh, okay. Anyway, go on. What were you gonna say?
No, I'm just trying to find this. Don't mind me.
Oh, is that everything here, by the way?
Yes, that's everything on this planet.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so let me just look at the bolts for the next one. Because I know
Okay.
if we go back to Rilgar, you could try the hoverboard race. There is a skill point you can't get there yet, though.
Okay, I'll go back later. In that case.
Oh, Matt, I'm getting a call from work. I'll be right back.
Okay, sounds good. In the meantime, I can read the chat. So Bass Backwards says, I mean, even if I don't like intentional losing battles, some games have you like win, then lose in a cutscene. Yes, that's a bit of a pain in the ass, to be honest. Which is just, I mean, it can work, but oftentimes it's kind of dumb. It is. You know what? Okay, so this is actually very different from what we're kind of talking about. But that's actually very common in wrestling games and like WWE wrestling video games. Not so much the newer ones, I don't think, because I think the newer ones do it in a bit of a different way. But I do remember playing one of the. I don't remember what game it was specifically, but I remember it's like, oh, they put you in a handicap match. And it's like, well, and it's one of those wrestling games where it's like if you win or lose, it actually does have a bit of an impact on the story a little bit. So it's like, oh, you know, you're in a handicap match against like these two guys, and oh no, because it's kind of hard to win a handicap match, I guess. And it's like, okay, I remember actually winning, right? And I beat them, and then the cutscene played, and it was my guy getting beaten down by them, and I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. I literally won the match. And I should be like fine. It should be my big victory moment, and it felt like I lost regardless. That actually sucked a lot. You can tell it sucked a lot because it stayed with me, and that's a very minor thing in a wrestling game, right? But it stuck with me apparently.
Apparently.
Hey Megan, welcome back.
Thank you.
Those death noises kind of remind me of TMNT for SNES. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. So anyways, before I had to get that phone call. So yeah, we do have one skill point we can't get on Rogar yet. I think you can get all the gold bolts though, if I'm not mistaken.
I'll just go back when I can get the skill point too. I may as well just save it.
Okay. So Battalia.
What
You did the
Umbrus?
grind rail without taking damage.
Did I do everything in Umbrus? No.
Umbrus isn't listed on the skill point menu, so it probably doesn't have any skill points. Let me check out the gold bolts. Do you have them all?
I am missing one gold bolt.
You can get that gold bolt if you want.
Okay, I'm gonna do it. Thank you.
But yeah, looking at the skill points, I think you can get both of those skill points on Battalia if you want.
Okay, I think I'll certainly try.
And I think you got both the gold bolts on Battalia, if I'm not mistaken.
I could be right. I'll have to check that once we're done with Umbrus here.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anyways,
Let's
so where
see.
are we at in chat?
Claus says, "Wait, no, I never heard of Death SFX before. Digimon World, really? It doesn't sound familiar to me, but I also haven't played Digimon World in like many years for reasons that it's fun, but also a pain in the ass. So,
So
yeah.
which death effect is he talking about? Like when you killed the alien queen?
I think it's what I'll be honest. I actually don't know which death effect he's talking about. If I had to guess, it's probably either when the frogs explode or like when you kill long neck guys.
Okay.
Because I think they do make a sound that's very similar. I'm pretty sure to like an enemy that I recall in Digimon World, which by the way is actually on the cards to be a recording game at some point. I don't think I'll stream it because I think that'll just take forever if I do. And I don't think it'll be very fun to watch. And I only say that because it's gonna be a lot of reloading, probably. It's a very pain in the ass of a game, but I love it. See, that's the thing. I love it, but I acknowledge it's a very big pain in the ass.
So Claus says, apparently Nanobee covered Go the Distance as well. Her stuff's usually pretty good. That's pretty cool. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people cover Disney songs.
Didn't he? Didney songs.
Bass Aqua says I haven't played many wrestling games, but I remember a feature where you can rewrite historical matches if you wanted to. That's really cool.
I don't know which one that would have been in. That's probably in one of the 2K ones, which admittedly I haven't really played. Like I played 2K16, I think. I didn't play 19, I'm pretty sure. Or do I have 19? Maybe I have 19. Maybe I played 16 and then I have 19, but I don't think I played any of the others. Even though they seem fun, if flawed at points. But I mean, that does sound neat. I might need to look up that actually. By the way, Megan, am I going the correct way?
You are. Muscle Claw says, yeah, it's Agumon's Roar.
Ah, yes.
You're very great.
I am. See, it worked.
Somehow. Oh yeah, I guess there's no skill point here. Maybe they added that with the HD remake, because I could have sworn there was one for destroying enough of those like 4K speakers that you find on the walls here.
Yeah, see, I remember those things. Because didn't I say, like, oh, that seems like a skill point?
Yeah, but I'm not seeing anything on the Wikipedia here, unless they just missed it, but I don't see Umbrus on here at all, so I'm assuming not.
That's interesting. I didn't even realize those are speakers, but now it makes sense.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of, I just kind of entered concentration mode a smidge since I'm almost dead.
Oh, it's okay. Okay, you did open that room to the right there, right?
Which one?
Behind you? Like, across the bridge to the left?
Yes.
Yes, okay. 'Cause that was where one of them was.
Is there anything else in here? Is there, like, health I can steal? No. No, there is not. There's bolts. Bolts don't keep me alive, unfortunately. Well, I mean, I don't know, they might. Maybe I can buy health from some kind of super secret shady enemy. Or NPC. See, is it in here?
You should be getting rather close. I don't know if you can see it on your map. It might be another area. No, you can't.
Right there?
No.
Are you sure? That's a place I haven't been,
Yes.
apparently.
Because I know exactly where it is, man.
Do you? Is it right up here?
No, you're like literally right by it.
Right here.
No? I don't know.
Okay, fair. Let's see, I tried blowing up that big statue and I don't think it worked, right?
I don't think so, but there is another door that you haven't opened yet, right?
Oh, right here?
Yeah.
How to open door.
Oh, you actually got that? I thought you timed out on you.
Ah, Megan, no faith.
I don't know, it was like literally about to time out.
Oops.
Now, if you want a hint, I can give you a hint.
Okay.
So you don't need to blow anything up, you just need to explore a little bit around this area. Bass Acro says, did you check out the Nintendo Indie presentation? I didn't know they had one. Did they have one today?
I don't know they had one either. Well,
We
that's
might
something.
have to check that out a bit later.
That's something I need to do. Maybe I can do a video on that. This might be kind of cool.
Yeah, there was an indie showcase earlier this morning.
Okay, Megan. You're supposed to keep me up to date on that, Megan.
I'm surprised I didn't see anything about that, like on their Facebook page or anything.
I am too. Do I gotta drop down there?
I believe so, yeah.
All right, trusting you.
No, like,
Lied to me.
not down here. There was an area you can drop down up there.
Megan, you lied to me.
You just went too far. I think. Maybe? I'm trying to remember. I know you have to drop down into it. You might have to go a little bit more over.
A little
Like,
bit
if
more
you go-
over, you say.
Yeah, like I think if you...
It didn't really work, Megan.
Well, no, I think you have to go like on the other side of that wall at the top, like through the water, and get to that side of the pillar.
Ah, through the water.
Yeah.
Hmm. What were we also talking about?
The Nintendo NE presentation.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure what would be on there, but we definitely have to check that out later.
Okay, so wait, where'd you say I need to go? Oh, what about over here? Hey, that was interesting. That's very weird. Okay, well, I feel like I'm not really making too much progress over that, Megan. I feel like maybe I do just need to go across the water, like you said. Give
Yeah.
that or lying to me.
No, I'm pretty sure you have to go like across the water or to the other side. You probably have to drain it and then climb up the other side or something. I know you can get it, because this is one of those bolts that I get like the first time I go on Umbrus, because you can basically do everything on Umbrus on your first visit.
Okay.
So.
Oh.
Well, you have with one bullet.
That I did. But yeah, I don't know. If Megan and I do that, yeah, I'll probably do a recording of it. Because those are always fun to do. And fun fact, those actually get a decent amount of views on the YouTube channel, and I don't know why. Probably because, I don't know, those always seem to be the most popular ones for me. At least they bring the people in, which I find interesting.
I mean, it's probably because, you know, if you're going to watch it anyways and you have someone you might want to watch it with, it kind of makes sense to see the reaction and go with it too, right?
Yeah, true. True. So, like, down here, right?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, Megan, are you positive it's not down there?
No, down there will kill you.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
Should I start a poll of do we trust Megan or not?
I mean, you can see the bolt.
Yeah, I didn't say I couldn't.
So why won't you trust me? Nice, you hit the switch too.
I did. Speedrun strats.
Assuming the cutscene doesn't run out before you hit all of them.
Speedrun strats.
I mean, pretty good.
That's the only thing I
Alright.
need to do here.
Yeah, that should be everything in Umbrus, because there's no skill points.
Okay. So do I speedrun strats back to the thing? Back to my ship?
You can try, but I don't know where your checkpoint is.
Speedrun strats! Okay, it's back here. Speedrun strats.
Yeah, I didn't think your checkpoint would be that far back.
Should I just like go backwards then?
It probably makes more sense to go backwards. Yeah, there's nothing you can really get by going forwards, and it'll be faster.
That was
As
close.
long as you don't die. Fast Backward says you should have done frame perfect jumping all the way.
True, true. I'm not a good speedrunner. I'm terrible. Can I make that? No, probably not.
No, I don't think so.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
Have you ever tried it?
Probably.
Nah, okay. Fair dues.
Yeah, it's kind of funny that you mentioned that Fast Backwards, because I think I mentioned this before when we were playing Ratchet, but there's actually a really cool skip that speedrunners do on this level. Now, I don't remember exactly how the trick works, but they essentially do, like, repeated inputs that causes Ratchet to essentially fly over the water. So they literally just fly over the water to the end of the level, pick up the thing, and then fly back to the ship.
That's pretty funny. You know, if I get, like, some spare time, maybe I should try that and just see.
Yeah, like, from what I understand, it's a pretty hard trick to do, because it requires a lot of button mashing, and if you mess up at all, you just fall and die. But
I'm
it's really
intrigued.
fun to watch on the speedruns.
Oh. I don't know, Megan. Are you sure this is a quicker way to go
Yes,
back?
there's a platform you could go back on just to float up.
Yeah, but I want to swing.
I don't think you can swing because of the mud. You're gonna get stuck and die again.
Can I just, like, go like this? want to swing though, Megan.
I don't think you can swing. I think you have to take the platform.
Where's my platform?
So if you go back like literally right to before those slingshot platforms, there's a platform on the right side.
Where?
Right there, right in front of you.
Where?
To the right. To the
Don't see
right.
it.
To the right. Behind you.
Right over here.
To the right. There you go. Right there. Orange platform.
Where?
Matt. Come on. I know you're trying to screw with me. Okay,
bit.
I'm not that dumb. Bass Acker says, speaking of speedrun SGDQ is going on, and they're going to be running, among other things, GTA Vice City Definitive Edition, which is exciting given how broken the Definitive Trilogy was. Yeah, I'm kind of curious to see how much that might change the speedrun.
Yeah, that should be pretty interesting. So there's nothing on Battalion, right? I'm sorry, I just want to make sure.
There's skill points you can get. You can get both of the ones you're missing right now. There is one that's a little difficult and kind of annoying, but it's not bad.
Oof, my bread and butter.
Yeah.
No, I think it's gonna be pretty stacked GDQ. You know what? While we're going through this anyway, let's see what's on the list for this GDQ.
Yeah, I think we mentioned this last time just because I think we were talking about it, but Zem is going to be doing a Ratchet 2 run with wrench only, which I really want Matthew to be able to watch with me. So I'm hoping we can get through Ratchet 2 before that comes out.
Yeah, it basically means we're gonna need to do a lot of Ratchet probably, which I'm okay with.
Yeah.
I've been having fun. Oh, I hate this level too, actually.
So before you go too far into this level,
Yes.
the one skill point, eat lead, you have to let a sand mouse destroy all 4 of the cannonball tanks by themselves. There is a spot for the sand mouse somewhere up here. I think it's over to the right side? I can't remember exactly where it is. But yeah, they have to kill it by themselves, so you essentially just have to sit there and dodge while they kill it. You might have to go back and forth a few times because it will run out of ammo.
I mean, that sounds okay.
Yeah. And then the other skill point you have to get is literally right at the end of the level by the turret. So.
Okay, but that I can just take this to get to it probably.
Yeah.
Or, well, I gotta go through the level anyway, so I guess it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, so there should be 4 tanks you have to kill with the sand mouse. And the sand mouse has to do all the damage. You can't hit it.
Okay, that doesn't sound too bad. So it's just gonna be before every tank.
Yeah, like if you want, you can kind of go through the level and kill everything. It just might be a little hard with the tanks roaming around.
No, I don't think I need to kill everything. I think if I just find, like, okay, so there should be a sand mouse somewhere around here, then I assume.
It might be down below somewhere. Let me just double check and see where it says. So it says the sand mice are summoned using the sonic summoner, which is supposed to be equipped while standing near one of their houses. The only sand mouse house in Fort Krontos is located behind the large building on the right near the landing pad.
So there's only one sand mouse area?
Yeah, and it's like right near the beginning of the level.
Okay, so it's okay, so I went too far. All right.
Yeah.
Fair, well, thank you. Thank you.
So yeah, it should be up here to your left, I think. Like if you go up the ramp towards the grind rails, it should be up there in one of the houses, I think.
Okay. I guess I just missed it.
Yeah. That's okay.
Okay, so let's just see. I am just kind of curious. So let's have a look at the schedule here. I'll put my phone on my lap. I probably shouldn't do that. So I want to put my phone somewhere so I can do the read. Let's see if I can put it right there. Okay, sure. I mean, okay, so because from what I remember, it seems like a pretty stacked GDQ, to be honest. It seems like it should be really, really good, right?
It does seem pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, because we have that. Ow. Because we have that. That one that Megan mentioned, which was the Zem wrench only one. Is that Zem of the houses?
Yeah, maybe the one on the left
maybe?
there? No.
What the?
Hold on a second.
Didn't say it was behind the launch pad? Yeah, which would be here. What the?
Well, hold on, let me just, try to see. Okay, that video is like really bad quality.
Oh boy, early YouTube.
Well, it's from 2010. The thing is, it's not even like really early YouTube. So the only Sandmouse house is on Fort Krontos, located behind the large building on the right near the landing pad. Although, so...
Behind the large building. Okay.
So...
On
I
the
assume the
right?
large building would be... Oh yeah, it's back there.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Slime Rancher. Yeah, Slime Rancher should be pretty interesting too, actually. Yeah, I need to play the Faith games. Need to play through those. I think it'd be pretty nice.
I've never played through any of the Faith games.
They're good, right? I mean, I haven't played them. I've seen like bits of the first one. Then I was like, no, I need to play this, and then I stopped watching.
Oh, okay.
So like, let's just go through this list real quick, right? So Shadow of the Colossus, that one should be good. Sonic Generations, that one's probably fun. Tunic. Which one's Tunic? Tunic sounds familiar.
It's like a cartoonish type game. It plays similar to Hades, and people say it's rather Souls-like because of the combat and essentially how it doesn't really give you a tutorial. But it is like, I think it's a roguelike. It looks really cool. I've been wanting to get it for a while. I just keep waiting for a sale.
Okay.
It looks really fun.
Kirby and the Forgotten Land. I mean, that one should be pretty nice.
Yeah.
Well, I should play that one first. That one I probably won't be able to watch. Then you have bonus game. What's a bonus game? Pokemon Snap. Oh, that should be fun.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, I guess we're going on a little bit further there, Sandmouse. I thought you'd be done.
Yeah, he might be done soon.
Now he's outside. Now he's inside. That's kind of weird.
Glitched through the wall.
Okay, well. Huh, yeah, this isn't really that bad. I still have the same Sandmouse, too.
Yeah, I guess you killed a lot of the enemies before he got up to the first area, so he still saved a lot of his ammo.
So where's the next one, then? I know there's like, what,
There's
two more?
two tanks like right... Oh, there it goes. There's two tanks right at the end of the level here, like up in the sport.
Uh-huh.
So if you want, you could probably go back here, go grab another Sandmouse, and then come back.
That sounds like a good idea.
It's probably easier if you come from the end of the level, because it should follow you across the hover pads, I think.
Us Claus is like, Launchpad. Best character. Not even gonna lie, it was always my favorite. Will Megan know? I don't know. We'll see.
I'm not sure what you mean by launch pad.
Megan. Megan. Launchpad. I assume he's talking about, like, Ducktail / Darkwing Duck with Launchpad.
Oh, right.
I assume. I maybe I'm misinterpreting it, but I see Launchpad, I'm like, fucking DuckTales. Hell yeah, the boy. Best boy Launchpad. The ND Souls like with a fox. Oh, yeah, okay, I think I kind of remember now. Spyro the Dragon by Dio Man. I like him a lot. I like Dio Man a lot.
I definitely want to watch that one.
Did you see Dio Man's last run? I want to say you probably did.
I think I did, yeah.
Yeah, it's like so good. He's so chill. See, I like chill runners, right? I like runners that just have fun, you know?
Yeah.
Perfect Dark, that'd be fun. Crash Bandicoot 2, that would also be fun. A lot of 100% runs this year, it seems.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising, actually. They don't normally do that many 100% runs.
You know, one thing I really like about this GDQ is they're giving people the option to do it remotely, which
Yeah.
I like. I was really hoping they would do that. So to see that they're doing that, it's like, yeah, okay, cool, cool. Go, Sandmouse, go. You're missing. You're missing. You know, those robots die. They kind of sound like the sheep from Spyro. Weirdly
Yeah, they do,
enough.
actually.
Okay, you can shoot this one first, I guess. Oh,
No,
goodbye,
I didn't realize you
Sandmouse.
could jump on top of them.
Ah. I'm sorry, Megan. I just panicked a little bit.
That's okay, because if you die, it resets. So,
Yeah, time to go back and get another Sandmouse.
so I see people have been posting in the chat, so I'll start reading off some stuff.
Thank you.
So Bass Ackwards says Chocobo GPs, oof. Yeah,
Oof.
I've heard that game is not too great, to be honest.
But Alpha.
Yeah. FNAF Security Breach is a bonus game. I'm kind of surprised. He also
That one
says,
should be fun.
I'd recommend checking out Rolled Out if you can. It's like an indie Super Monkey Ball. I've never heard of that one, but that sounds cool.
I mean, I'm into the idea. I'll totally check that one out. Because Monkey Ball runs are so fun to watch, dude. I love watching Monkey Ball runs.
Oh, I have that wishlisted on Steam. Oh yeah, this totally looks like Monkey Ball, except for you're playing as what looks to be a little hamster.
I feel like you and I looked at that one before. I want to say we
Most
did.
likely. Okay, to continue, Bass Ackers says Super Mario All Stars and Super Mario World with arbitrary code execution. Ooh, yeah,
Fuck.
that's kind of. Oh no.
Megan, I hate life, Megan. I
Yeah,
absolutely
now you
hate
gotta
life.
start over. Next clause says Launchpad McQuack. Yes, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Nah, good. I'm glad I remembered that. I would have been really ashamed if I didn't.
Bass Hacker says, when's the last time they did a Taz spot? I don't remember the last time I watched a Taz run. I think the last one I watched would have been with Ratchet and Clank 3, but that wasn't a GDQ thing.
I'm pretty sure it would have been like a couple years ago at this point. I think they kind of gave Taskbot a bit of a break because it was cool, but it was one of those things where I remember a lot of people going like, you know, we're getting like too much Taskbot. Like it's cool, but you see it every year, it becomes stale, right? Same thing with like Super Metroid, right? It became stale.
Yeah. I guess the tanks don't respawn. I could have sworn they did.
So does that mean I need to come back?
You could try killing the last two and see if it still counts. It might.
I mean, I'm going to. I mean, I am here. I figure I may as well, right? At least then we know.
Yeah, so Bass Hacker says, yeah, Turnip Boy commits tactics evasion. It's not what anybody expected to be fun to watch. That game was really cool. I enjoyed it.
That game was really good.
Claus says, definitely fun to watch. I watched Kiko. I'm not sure how to pronounce that name.
Wait, which one?
Kiko's Kia? Maybe?
Yeah, that one I'm not too sure either. We'll say Megan's right.
Yeah. Claus also says, is the game lagging, spiking, or the stream dropping frames? Oh, you got it.
I got the skill point. It doesn't seem to be dropping frames. Was it spiking or lagging?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not actually watching the stream because I'm watching him stream it through Discord. I'm mostly just reading chat, so I can't say myself.
Hasn't really been dropping on my end. I don't know. Sometimes Twitch is weird. I'll be real. Sometimes Twitch is just kind of weird with that. If it keeps happening, Claus, let me know. What I could do is just to make sure, actually. See, this is going to mess up the... Oh, no, it won't. Never mind. Is I can just kind of have it be a little bit of a pop out on this end. And I can just put it here so I can keep it on both. There you go. All right, cool. Now I'm also technically watching the stream, so I can kind of keep an eye on it too, just in case.
Yeah, also before you leave, Matt, you have that one skill point at the end of the level.
Yes.
Okay, I just
Is that
wanted
one
to
this
give you
way?
a reminder. No, to the right. Behind you now. Left. You gotta go to the turret.
Turret? Is
Yeah.
that this way?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. See, it's like, go to the turret. I'm like, there's a turret in this game? But yeah, there is. It's like right up here. I remember now.
Yeah, so for this one, you have to shoot down a Blarg mini fighter using the turret. It's the same turret used during the mission to destroy the bombers, but the skill points can be obtained at any time.
Okay.
So it should be relatively easy.
Okay. Well, thank you.
I didn't realize how many like shoot down the ship missions they had in this game.
So I just need to shoot down with small boys.
Yeah, I don't think it matters. They're very similar to the ones where they have predictable paths. So if you literally just sit like where they're gonna go, you can probably just shoot them relatively easy. It might be a
Trying to
little
think what
harder
the
with
easiest
this
one
one
would be.
because of the travel time.
Okay, well, there's one that like comes like right around here, so I'll just do this. I mean, it's kind of funny to see a game you played at JDQ. True. Emphasis on O rather than ski, but otherwise perfect. So it's Kikoski. Kikoskia? Kikoskia.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I'm probably still saying it wrong, but yeah, that's okay. I'm used to it.
I don't believe you're hitting any of these guys.
I'm not.
You might have to change which one you're going to. Maybe try to find one that's flying like towards the turret. Like that one on the right, maybe?
Okay, we will see. Well, he's cheating. It's not a lot of frames dropped, just looks like a bit of rubber banding. Okay, I'll keep an eye on it. And yeah, we'll see. Because I'm not seeing any dropped frames, but at the same time, like if Ghost Trick taught me anything, sometimes nice.
There you go.
Sometimes it lies, and it actually does do that, even though it doesn't say it is. Also, it's kind of awkward to say this, but my birthday's next week. Not that you should cancel streaming plans. Oh, dude, you have a birthday? Hell yeah, dude. All right. Well, let me think about this. What are your plans for your birthday, my friendo? So I don't know. I'm thinking, because even if it's not on same day, I do feel like we should have some kind of special birthday related stream. I think that'd be fun. What do you think, Megan?
Yeah, I think that sounds good.
Yeah. Because I know birthday streams are fun, and I don't get to do them too often. Obviously, right? So what's the quickest way to go back? Just like back here, right? So I can take this thing back to my ship, yeah. So that's
Yeah.
everything here then.
Yeah, that's everything up Italia.
All right, nice. Mostly gonna do stuff on the weekends before and after with family, but it is next Wednesday. Okay. I think we'll try to keep that in mind. Is there any like game you want to stream? You want to see streamed on like either Wednesday or like a different day, or you know maybe like a little one-off or something, or maybe just something I can do? Obviously, I can't necessarily promise anything because in the end, you never really know what's gonna happen. But if I can do something, I would like that. Or looks like not, or you just wanna like have some kind of hangout, or you know like. Whatever. I'm kind of good for whatevs, to be honest, when it comes to like birthday stuff. And by the way, no, it's not awkward. In my opinion, like Megan, you can either back me up or deny me on this, but I don't think it's really awkward to mention like birthday stuff on like stream, right? Like just
No,
to
it's
say in chat,
not.
like, oh yeah, it's my birthday coming up, right? Like I don't think that's awkward. I think it's perfectly fine and normal.
No, I definitely think it's perfectly fine. Like, I know Matthew does make an effort to do a lot of birthday streams for people in his chat, or even just his friends.
I try.
Now, I would say if you went into the chat and said, "Hey, it's my birthday, do a stream for me," then it might be a little awkward.
A little bit. Yeah, yeah. I guess that's a good way of putting it, right? Like if you're like, oh, you know, I have a birthday coming up. I guess you give like the streamer the option I guess, right? Like not even just necessarily me, but you like give them the option. It's like, oh, my birthday's coming up, because then it's like, okay, well, I can either do like, yeah, if they want, it's like, oh, would you like something for a birthday stream? I'll see what I can do about that if you want. Or
Yeah.
like, oh, like, or if the streamer doesn't really think I can do that, it's like, oh, yeah, I'll wish you a happy birthday, right? Like you give them the option, instead of
Yeah.
just going like, hey, it's my birthday, can you do this for me? Then yeah, that's a little weird. You gotta let the streamer offer it, I suppose.
Yeah.
Which I did. So there we go. All right. So
Okay.
Gaspar.
So we do have a skill point we can get there. I don't know if you got all the gold bolts or not.
The answer to that is I got them all, yes.
Okay, so if you want to get the skill point quickly, you just have to shoot down 5 ships using a turret.
Okay, that's another ship shooting one. Okay, this should be pretty easy.
I know, I didn't realize how many of them there were in this game. Like, I thought I was really unique for doing that, but no.
Well, hold up. I just want to put Bass Ackwards' birthday in my calendar just so I remember it.
Yeah.
So I think this gives me like a thing. So it's next Wednesday, so it's the 18th, right? I just want to like be doubly sure. And yeah, Final Fantasy X with the cutscene remover. I think that's actually pretty nice because, well, number one, without it, the game would take forever. And number two, then it's like, well, it doesn't spoil anything, presumably, right? Like, it'll probably give a summary, but yeah.
Yeah, I kind of wish a lot more games actually gave you the option just to automatically skip cutscenes for whenever you're replaying the games. It would be nice.
Okay, remind me. 2 days before the event, I guess. And the day before, sure. And day of. Why not? Let's just go ahead and do it every day.
Do all of it.
Just do every single day. I'll even set one for a time when I might be paying a bit more attention to it, just to make sure, not in like the AMs, but the PMs. Now give me an alert at about here. Alert type, yeah, give me a notification, I guess. Save. Turn on the selected calendar account. Sure. Okay, well, whatever. That works now. All right. Thank you very much, Bass Backwards. Say, if there's something you like want to do that day, let me know, eh? Well, either that day or a different day, or like, let me know. You get to choose, basically, right? I think that sounds like fun. Okay, wait. Okay, no, I need to go here and like shoot down stuff, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Not really sure. Looks that's fine. Even if you can't think of anything, I'll certainly wish you a happy birthday regardless. All right, so where's the turret in this bad boy again? It's like near the beginning, right? Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It's
you
like
can see the
literally
turret
right
near the
here.
beginning. Yeah, it's probably the best one to do it from too.
I see. It's these guys. These are the shitters that I hate.
Oh, little robot dogs.
Yeah.
I don't know why I forgot about the robot dogs.
I don't know why you did either.
Maybe because I don't find them annoying.
Megan, okay, here. Maybe like when we get into New Game Plus territory, right? Do you just want to play a little bit and just like show me these skills of yours that I apparently struggle with? Because I'm
Sure,
curious. Because like it'd be kind of cool to see you go through like this level and just like go to the areas that I absolutely hate and just like demolish them, right?
Okay.
Or go through like the hoverboard one and it's just like, oh shit, look at her go. Yeah, because I think that'd be interesting.
Honest, I was thinking about replaying the games after you finish streaming them.
Yeah, okay. I mean, that sounds good. I did it. Doesn't it need to be specific?
You gotta hit 5 of them, I think.
Oh, 5. Okay, that's not too bad. Oh my god, this thing has such a wang jangle to it.
A little bit.
Hey, River, welcome back to the stream. How you doing today?
Hey, River.
Okay, that one's really easy to hit.
Yeah.
Oh my god, how's that one not like easy to hit though? Oh wow, you can rapid fire this thing real good.
I was gonna say, I've never seen you could do that. Are you just like tapping the button?
Yeah, I'm just smashing the button.
Huh. That's interesting. I've never tried that, I guess.
I mean, it's probably not supposed to be like that, to be honest. You're probably just supposed to do it like this, right? Because this is normal. Like, this is like a normal shooting pattern for a weapon like this. But, you know, I guess they don't expect you to, like, just mash the button.
That's
So
funny,
it's like,
'cause I don't
look
think
at
I've
that.
ever seen them do that in speedruns, but that's maybe because you can probably just use the glitch to fly over the lava and get to the end of the level.
Yeah, there's probably no need to do that, like, ever. But it's cool. It's neat.
River says, I'm good, thanks. How you both doing?
It's awesome. Making condenser
Pretty well.
first.
We've been working on cleaning up some gold points, or gold bolts and skill points, my bad.
Them
We
gold
should
points,
be
man.
relatively close to finishing what we can do right now, I think.
Yeah. Allegedly.
Because on Oryxon, there are 2 you can get, but you still haven't done that section with Ratchet.
Yeah, so I was figuring we'll save Oryxon for last. And is there anything on Pokitaru?
Poketaru, you have to destroy 3 Blarg saucers using the Visibomb gun. And there's also one where you have to destroy all the underwater explosive crates.
Really? Okay, that's interesting.
But to be fair, you could save that one for later because you get an item that lets you swim faster in water. So
Oh,
it's
okay.
easier.
Okay, that one I'll save for later then.
But you can go destroy the ships now if you want. And then you should be all caught up on your stuff for now.
Okay, excellent. And yes, River, I'm doing very well, thank you very much. Been having a really nice day. Very
Yeah,
nice,
it's been
very chill.
slow.
Has been very chill. You know what? I also got distracted. I didn't read what other games are being done at the CDQ. You know, we're gonna take a moment. I'm just gonna read through this list a bit. Perspective, haven't seen that one. Super Dream Dasher, haven't seen that one. Board and Melody with the Underground. I guess I'll just go for ones that like. Dude, Blaster Master, that'd be fun. Glitchless. Ninja Gaiden would probably be fun. Altered Beast would probably be fun. McDonald's Treasure Land Adventure sounds fun. Nights into Dreams, that's always fun, right? Ty the Tasmanian Tiger. Ah, dude, legendary.
Oh, actually, speaking of the Tasmanian Tiger, I did see on, I think it was Speedrun Docs, the channel, they actually did like a world history of that game relatively recently.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh boy, dude, Slide 2 Band of Thieves. I can't watch that one.
Oh, I want to watch that one though.
Yeah, you can watch that one. You can watch that one. I'll have to bow out of that one until I actually play through that game. Megan wants me to. It's gonna happen.
I do want you to. Maybe once we're through more of the Ratchet games. I mean, I guess if we wanted to. Like, I know we're going to be doing Destroy All Humans for the next one in between. But we could maybe do them for in between games too if you wanted.
That's a good point. We could. That's a good idea. That's a really good idea. Maybe I'll do that.
Yeah. We'll have to talk about that
Phasmophobia. We will. We will. I think that's a good idea, though. Like, honestly, we could even save Destroy All Humans for a little bit later if you want to just do, like, the Sly games. Between Ratchets.
I mean, possibly. I guess it depends if you're still feeling 3D platformers, because they're essentially both 3D platformers. But they're very different 3D platformers, to be fair.
Yeah, like, I think I'm feeling it.
Okay. Well, we'll have to talk about it more and see if that's what we want to do.
Let's see. Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. All endings. Yeah, that should be fun. That should be fun to watch. Silent Hill 4 The Room. Man. That game. See, I want Megan to play that game eventually so she can understand pain.
You want me to play through all the Silent Hill games? I still haven't got around to playing any of them yet.
Outlast would be fun. Omori, I need to play. I need to play Omori probably fairly soon. Infernax, never heard of that one. Just trying to see. I mean, Gunvolt would be fun, but I should also probably play Gunvolt. Yeah, because of Luck of Dragon, I need to play that. Half-Life Alyx would be really fun to watch. Mario Party sounds really fun. I think that one I would enjoy a lot. Mario Party Minigame Island. Lord of the Rings Return of the King. Fun fact, I actually bought that game relatively recently.
Yeah.
To play co-op with Megan at some point. Because I think you can play the game co-op. I'm pretty sure.
You can play that one, and I think the 2 Towers game may be co-op. I'm not sure.
I believe so. So Megan and I are probably gonna do a stream of that at some point because I think that'd be really fun.
Yeah.
Oh boy, Knuckles Chaotix. Oh, the Sonic Adventure DX. Oh god, stacked. Pokemon Emerald Randomizer. That one would be really fun to watch too.
Yeah, I want to watch that one.
And I think I'm cool to watch that one, right? Because although I haven't played Emerald mostly, it's a randomizer, so I should be good, right?
Well,
And
it's a
Pokemon,
randomizer.
right?
Plus, they're going to be skipping a lot of the story. And I mean, Pokemon's more about the gameplay than the story anyway, so it literally doesn't matter.
Yeah. Minecraft Java Edition, that should be fun. Super Mario Sunshine, Banjo-Tooie, The only thing that would make Banjo-Tooie better is if it were 100%, to be honest. Oh, and then we're getting into the fun stuff. Deer Simulator, your average everyday deer game. Lizard Lady versus the Cats. I already know I'm gonna like this block. Yeah, Turnip Boy should be fun. Gourmet Warriors, that sounds interesting. Fucking Incredible Crisis. I need to play Incredible Crisis on stream one day, dude. Fuck, how much is that game? Maybe I'll see if I can, like... Okay, I shouldn't do this during stream, but Megan,
No.
if you could you do me a favor and just see how much Incredible Crisis is? Because
Wait, you just want me to look on eBay?
yeah, just look on eBay or just look at like general prices. Because I mean, I do want to play Incredible Crisis on Steam. Now, I could use a modded PlayStation or PS2 or whatever, but if I can buy it, if I can like get a non-modded one, I would definitely prefer that. But it's probably a lot of money. I'm like near guaranteed it's probably a lot of money. Little Mermaid would be fun. Metal Gear, classic. Slime Rancher would be fun. Monster Hunter Rise would be fun. Rising Revengeance would be fun. So I like MGR. Stepmania is always fun. Borderlands 2 would be fun. There's a lot of these that would be fun. Shovel Knight would be fun. Well, that's Pocket Dimension.
So it looks like Incredible Crisis might be quite a bit harder to find for an NTSC version of the game.
Yes, for sure.
Because I'm looking on eBay and I'm seeing a bunch of PAL versions that are going, you know, without shipping, generally around $40. The only one I'm seeing that's NTSC is like $250.
Yeah, that one's gonna be really expensive. Like that
This one's
doesn't
134 from the States.
like that doesn't even really surprise me, to be honest. Because Incredible Crisis is one of those games that like I've seen one person play once, and that was about it. But it's a really weird game.
Yeah, it is interesting how different the box art is compared to the, or like from the PAL version to the NTSC version.
See, I haven't seen box art differences. Wait, what do I need to do here again?
You need to shoot down 3 ships with a Visibomb gun.
Oh, yes. Where can I do that? Can I just do that here?
Probably. I'm not sure if there's like a good spot for it. It doesn't mention a spot in particular. It does say that you don't have to hit them directly on. If you hit the fire button, it will actually explode the Visibomb gun while it's flying. So if you're close enough, you can kind of hit them.
Okay.
So,
thank you.
But you generally have to fly, try and protect their path, and try and hit them as well as you can. And you have to destroy 3 of them.
Okay, should be pretty easy. I'll tell you there, Mario. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing today?
Hey, Mario.
I'm so happy that Metal Gear game has been getting a lot more attention recently, but I kind of thought like it was that loved already, but apparently not. I mean, original Metal Gear, I don't really think is all that loved. Once you get to the solids, then you're getting the love. But I'm sure a lot of people probably don't even know Metal Gear 1 and 2 exist. Which is sad.
I know they exist. I've just heard they are a little bit frustrating to play.
Well, yeah, like they're old games, and they're the games that expect you to play through them a few times, right?
Yeah, so I've never personally played them.
I'm coming for you. Oh, shit. Okay, we're good. We're good.
Yeah, so I think it mentions specifically that your Visibomb guns are actually slower than the saucers, so you need to try and intersect their paths as much as you can.
Okay. What else do we have here? Oh, Ratchet Clank Commander Wrench only. That's one you were talking about.
Yeah.
Sons of Liberty, MGS2, Super Mario All Stars plus World. That sounds fun. Kaiser Super Metroid. That should be fun. Bonus game Mario 64. Yeah, no, a lot of these ones should be really, really fun to watch. Honestly, it seems like it's gonna be pretty stacked. Actually, a VTuber did videos on it, and instantly it was everywhere. Okay. Sorry, Megan, were you about to read that?
Yeah, it's okay. I was actually gonna read the one after that because I didn't realize you didn't read the first one. Mario says he's doing okay, just in Savage right now.
Oh, nice.
Very cool.
Yeah, I need to... Megan, you and I need to do more Final Fantasy 14 dungeons.
I do want to. Like, I need to actually catch up with the 6.1 story, do that dungeon, start doing some of the extreme stuff. Oh, you almost got that one.
I did. I will say, Megan, I think your info is incorrect, because I feel like this is faster than these ships.
Oh, it says that the Visibomb gun steers rather poorly, thus can likely not hold up in a chase. So you probably go faster, but because they turn so much, it's hard to keep up with them. I think that's what they're trying to say.
Yeah, the turning is a little bit awkward. Okay, I assume I didn't hit any there. I might have, but I might not have.
Yeah, but if you get a moment, Mario, I'd be curious to see what kind of Savage you're doing right now.
Okay. One's a little bit too far out there. Go for one of the ones over here.
Okay, so he's doing P3. Okay, so I haven't actually done Pandemonium yet, or the Asphodella's Circles. Those are part of the... Nice, you got one.
Yeah,
Drop the
thank
whole
you.
crate. Those are some of the ones that Matt and I actually haven't got around to doing, because we kind of stopped playing Final Fantasy when we got to, like, post-game Endwalker stuff.
And I just kept forgetting about it, if I'm being honest.
I do want to try and bug him to at least do the basic version of those soon, and then maybe we can try Savage one of these days when we can get the guys together.
Yeah, like, I want to do it. I just keep forgetting about it. That's really all it is I just keep forgetting.
Yeah, they're just very time consuming, and with the issues I've been having with my hands and stuff, it was hard to play for a while. Although I have been noticing I haven't been having as much issues lately.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, so we might be able to do that relatively soon, maybe once I'm clear from the doctor to go back to work.
Damn, very close.
But, yeah. Because I would like to try and do those sometime. I think it'd be fun. Oh!
Man, I was really hoping.
He did juke you.
He did juke me quite a lot. Yeah, admittedly, a lot of my FF14 currently is crafting, because I want to get all my crafters up to 90. So I've been spending a lot of time doing that.
Yeah, I don't really do much crafting, so I mostly just do dungeons and roulettes. Lately, I've been working on leveling up Dragoon. I just got it to level 72.
I've also done like a little bit of Crystalline Conflict, but I've done that a little bit less lately.
Yeah, I kind of did that a little bit like when it first came out, but I haven't really touched it since. I want to get back to it because I want to try and earn some of the Garo gear and the series rewards before it switches over.
Yeah.
Because it probably will once we hit patch 6.2, most likely.
Probably.
So I want to get on that just so I can at least get the armor and stuff that's in there right now. And more of the Garo gear, because we don't know how long that's going to be in the game.
Man, close.
Oh, that was really close. You have to buy some more ammo.
Nope. I'll get it for free later. Once I get it with this last rocket.
I was gonna say, how many have you hit though?
2.
Oh, okay. I thought you only hit 1. I must have missed the second one when I was reading chat.
So Megan, you distracted me. Now I gotta buy ammo. You owe me bolts, Megan. You owe me bolts now.
Got you bolts.
All right, Megan, you owe me. You know what, Megan? I want you to give me 2,000 real life bolts.
That's gonna cost a lot of money. Perhaps.
Well, perhaps. So you don't even. You see, Megan, you're not even really too sure.
Well, to
It
be
probably
honest,
will,
I've never
but-
really gone to hardware stores to buy that kind of thing.
I'm looking it up now.
I'm kind of curious, like, what kind of packages they come in.
It's okay. You don't need to buy me like actually 2,000 real life bolts. That's a waste of your money and for something I'm not gonna use. Well, I don't know. Maybe bolts would come in handy one day. I just don't imagine like I'm hurting for bolts, you know?
I mean, I guess it depends on what size of bolts I get. It seems like for some of the smaller ones, they're about 60 cents or 66 cents each. There's one in here for $1.37 each. This one's probably really close to what the ratchet bolts would actually look like. Aside from they don't have a screw top.
There we
They're
go.
59 cents each. Nice.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hi there, Fuzzball.